Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Mandardt. I am from RIT's MST Arts Education Program. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this tiger puppet where you unfold it and his mouth gets really big and he says the word roar. So follow along, it's be super fun and yeah. So the materials you're going to need for this project are a pencil, something to color with like markers, and a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So first you're going to take the paper and fold it in half, starting from the top and folding down to the bottom. Next, you're going to refold the first half of the sheet of paper by starting from the bottom and folding back up to the top, folding it in half again. It should look something kind of like this. Next, you're going to flip the paper over and do the same thing to the other side, starting from the bottom and folding back up to the top. Now your paper should be folded into fourths. After you fold this part, you're going to unfold the bottom and flip it back over. Now that our paper is folded, we're going to start off by drawing the body of the tiger on the bottom fourth of the piece of paper. First, you need to draw a W to create the shape of the front two legs. Then we're going to be using shapes that kind of look like a sideways U to create the back legs, to make the tiger kind of look like he's sitting. Next, we're going to draw the body of our tiger, creating two kind of bell shapes on either side, creating the body, and it's going to attach to the legs that we just drew. From here, we're going to start working on the neck and head of our tiger. Next, we're going to create the shape of the head, making a U shape, starting on one side and going back to the other. Now on the top half of the fold, we're going to create an even bigger, deeper U shape, creating the shape of the head. Don't forget to add a tail to your tiger. From here, we're going to add ears to either side of the head, making a curved V shape. And we're also going to add a nose. And also some eyes. Now for here, I just went back and fixed up any shapes that I wanted to either make bigger or change how they looked. After that, I started adding some details to my tiger. Here I'm adding kind of like a little stomach patch to him. I also start adding some stripes and the inner part of his ears. I also add little areas where his feet will be. You can kind of do whatever you want in terms of the details. This is just what I ended up doing, but you can be creative with it and do whatever you want. To make the shape of the stripes, I kind of make similar V's to what I did for the ears, kind of adding them along the legs, the body, and also adding them to the tail. And don't forget to add some stripes to his head, so that way it kind of looks like he has stripes throughout his entire body and not just the lower half. Now we're going to unfold our paper and draw the mouth part of the puppet. So we're going to draw first 2 straight lines down from where the head is at the top half all the way down to the bottom 4th, connecting both of those points. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to look kind of something like this. We're going to do the same thing just a couple inches in, giving him kind of an edge to where his mouth meets his face. And don't forget to add a top and a bottom to his mouth. These will be kind of where the folds are in the paper. From here, I went ahead and gave him some teeth, kind of big enough to chew through whatever meat he's going to be eating for lunch that day. And I decided from here I wanted to add something a little extra, so I decided to have him say something. So I started off with drawing a speech bubble shape on the right side of him coming out from his mouth. And I made sure that I erased the lines of his head that overlapped the speech bubble. That way it looked like the speech bubble was in front of the mouth. Then I decided to write a word. I wanted to write roar, that way it kind of like went with the sound he's making, but you can have him say whatever you want to have him say. And I went ahead and added just a line for the grass that would be behind him, just something for him to sit on. This is where you can also be creative and start adding some own things to your background that you might want in it. I just chose to use grass. So from here, it's time to color him. These are the colors that I use, but you can go ahead and use whatever colors you want. After I colored him all in, I also went ahead and used a black marker to give him an outline. This will help you kind of tell where different parts of his body begins and ends, as well as make different parts stand out and make him a bit more bold. I also made sure that I outlined different details on him, like his eyes and his nose. I also decided that I wanted to keep the speech bubble white and just have the words black, so I just outlined those and filled in the letters with the black marker. And now your tiger is finished and all outlined. So from here, I remembered that I wanted to color in the background, so I went ahead and colored in the grass behind him. Again, you can kind of do whatever you want with your background, be as creative, add different things like flowers, or maybe put him on a beach and add like sand and shells and things. Kind of do whatever you want with your tiger. I decided that I wanted to add a bit more to my background, so I actually went ahead and added a sun. And I used a black marker and outlined the shapes that I used in my background too, just like I did for the tiger, to make them stand out and have a pretty even line and boldness to them. And there you go, that is your tiger. You're all finished, and he can fold and unfold just like the puppet that I showed you beforehand. So you can kind of, first he's just kind of sitting in the sun, and then when you open him up is his big mouth saying more. So I hope you had fun, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.